All right, well, preparing for natural disasters usually entails stocking up on groceries and battening down. But how do we prepare for medical emergencies, especially when disasters arise? Well, here to show us the way to do so, Alonzo Mothersill, emergency cardiac care manager, and RT's Aaron Sivia, CPR instructor from the Heart Health Foundation. Welcome to you both, gentlemen.
Hi, thanks for having us.
How are you doing?
We're great. How are you doing?
You guys supposed to be busy right now, right?
Super.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so tell me now, because, you know, as I just said a while ago, the attention is usually paid towards stocking up on food items, right? And you're suggesting, many people are saying, boy, if the emergency arises, the medical centers more than likely will have everything that we need. But you need to have some essentials for yourself, right?
Excellent. And just a while ago, I saw you showing a first aid kit. And therefore, in a basic first aid kit, you need something like a gauze. Mm-hmm. This is an item you need in a first aid kit. You also need your bandage. This is a roller bandage. So this is a roller bandage, sorry.
Okay.
This is a gauze. And this is also your gloves. These are your triangular bandage. Mm-hmm. So these are the basic items you need in a first aid kit.
Those are the basic items?
Yes.
Because I would think the basic items would be things like your, you know, the Band-Aid.
Yeah, that's as well, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
and then your little, you know, Q-tips, something them.
Or you also might have your ointments as well.
Right.
Over-the-counter ointments for burns and so forth, and wounds that might occur. Antiseptic wipes as well, you might need as well. So these are what you have in a first aid kit in case of an emergency at home. And therefore, as you mentioned, in the middle of the storm, you might have an emergency. What do you do? What do you not do? So you want to also have a knowledge of what to do as well. That's a Heart Foundation. We train persons in CPR and first aid courses. You need to know what to do. Because I already mentioned, in case of emergency, roads might be flooded.
Yeah.
Can't get a taxi or transportation to go to the medical facility. And therefore, your home care, home intervention will play a vital role in the well-being of your families. Yeah,
and RTs, you know, we're thinking that the possible things that we could actually pounce upon at a time like that is flooding. But there are a myriad of other possible, you know, emergencies that could actually happen. Can you take us through some of the possibilities, some of the things that people would never even think about that could happen, that actually happens during an emergency, like a tropical storm?
Right. So let's say for a tropical storm, you know, it's windy, there's a lot of rain, things might fall. You might get a cut in the house. You have to know basic first aid. Let's say in a case you get a cut on your leg or on your arm, you don't want to know to apply a bandage properly. So you apply the gauze, which is the dressing, and also, let's take for example, you have a cut here.
Right.
You want to have the dressing here.
Because you go outside and something drop on the rooftop and you go, they try to play Hercules and Superman and you try to get it off of your house.
Tarzan.
Yeah,
so
man.
You go, you know, try to take up something, but let's say you get a cut now, you want to first have your PPE,
yes.
Okay.
Which is the gloves. So you put on your gloves properly.
Okay.
So once you put on your gloves to protect yourself from blood and bodily fluid, so once the gloves is applied, as Mothersill.
And the gloves, it would be for the person who's trying to assist you, right?
Rescuer, right?
Okay.
The first aider. So let's say I have a cut here. Then
apply pressure.
The rescuer apply the pressure to stop the bleeding.
This is important because many times in an emergency like this, person go what they call a tourniquet, which is indirect pressure above the wound. That's an error.
Okay, so you're not supposed to be applying pressure above the wound.
So this is called direct pressure onto the wound.
But on the wound?
Yes.
Okay.
And by applying pressure, now you can start the bleeding.
Okay.
After you apply pressure for a few minutes, but say for example it's still bleeding, your natural instinct is to pull this out. That is also wrong.
Oh.
Because removing the gauze can disrupt the clots that are formed.
Okay.
And cause the bleeding to reoccur. So what do you do in this case? If it's still bleeding, apply another one gently and firmly until the bleeding stops.
Okay.
If the bleeding stops, now you apply your roller bandage. And also you talk to the person, how are you feeling, sir? You all right?
I feel like I'm dying, but...
No, it's not hurt.
And then you don't want it to be too tight. Is it too tight, sir?
No, that's fine.
But I realize as well, you haven't applied any additional ointments to that, though.
No, you don't need it at this point in time.
Okay.
But also, what a point to note is that, say there were debris in the wound, it's good to wash it out as well.
Hold on, no. So you're telling me, sir, me have an open wound, and you're suggesting that even before I put the gauze on the wound, I'm supposed to wash out that wound?
Yeah, just in case there are any debris and the particles inside the wound as well.
Okay.
Because remember, this is just basic first aid stuff because in the event, after everything has passed, you might need to go to the doctor as well.
But isn't that super sensitive to do, though? Because I'm already in pain.
Yes.
And I'm supposed to apply water now to it.
Remember, just want to wash out the particles. That's the reason for it as
got
well.
it.
And then, but this, what we're doing now is just basic first aid until you get to the medical facility.
Okay.
But they will know actually have to remove all this bandage, further assess the wound, and determine if you need suturing or other intervention. So just applying basic first aid until to get the person comfortable until the storm has passed, you can go to a medical facility for further attention.
Right, right. Now you have some other persons who, during a hurricane or a tropical storm, they would have had pre-existing conditions,
Yes.
asthma-related conditions,
That's
respiratory problems and such. How do we now help those persons?
And those persons, you mentioned asthma. So many
Yeah.
persons who are known to have asthma should have the asthma pump with them.
Okay.
So as I mentioned, I was watching the previous, your very nice presentation, by the way, by both of you. And these things have to secure. So you know, if you're known to have your hypertensive medication or your diabetes medication or your asthma stuff, they should be well secured. Because they don't, and also ensure it's filled. So now's the time where a person should actually, before the event happened, to ensure you are stocked up on all these things. Because if you have an asthma attack in the middle of the storm, you don't have a pump available. Then you have to go outside to cross the flooded roadways to get to a medical facility, because in that case, only a medical intervention can help those persons.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's good to have all these stuff secured, a Ziploc bag, well secured to side. Even if it past 10 years, you never had an asthma attack, you don't know what will happen in the middle of the next few days.
Yeah.
So it's good to be better safe than sorry, saying Jamaican parallel. So have these things on standby ready, just in case.
Just in case. All right. Well, you brought some mannequins here, and we're seeing a baby there. Talia was talking about, making sure that our children are okay.
Yes.
Emergencies of all kinds can pop up with a child, right?
Yeah. And that's important because everybody's at home now. Schools are out, and everybody's waiting on the storm, or eating all this food. But an infant could be choking.
Pick up something off of the ground and decide to them want to taste it.
A child, I have a 7-month-old, children will be children, right?
Yeah.
And therefore, artists will demonstrate what to do when an infant who's 0 to 1 is choking.
Okay.
Right. So let's say the infant is choking. Remember, the head of the infant is the heaviest. So you want to secure the head as best as possible. So what you do, you hold the jaw here, and let's say you're sitting, you extend this leg for support, and the infant leg over your arm. But you want to give 5 forceful back slaps between the shoulder blade. Head point downward, so it's 1, 2,
No,
3,
but artists, that sound like you're
five.
broke out the baby back door, man. Hold on.
Forceful. It must be forceful so you can get the object out. But once you give 5 forceful back slap, you want to secure the head, and you turn over, and you give 5 chest thrusts again. So you can go.
You're keeping the head lower than the chest.
Okay.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're looking to see if the object comes out. If the object never comes out, you repeat the process until the object comes out, or let's say the infant becomes.
So you shouldn't try to push your finger down into the back of the infant's throat.
No.
So we call it a blind finger sweep. If you do a blind finger sweep, you like to put the object further down and cause more harm than good.
Okay.
Now, truth be told, if you see the object, you're able to sweep behind it, take it out. But if you don't see, say, guinea seed or something, pre-adventure, and so where the guinea seed, oh my God, Usher, no.
And it gone down further down.
And then have a more serious problem on the hands. But giving back slap and chest thrust does work, actually.
I'm very happy you said that, because if you may though, because some parents, what they will do is to lift the child over the shoulder and maybe slap the child in this way.
No.
Right? And so you're saying that wouldn't work?
No, and that's why it's good to be training all these life-saving skills. And it should be told, in the research has shown that many kids die from choking, many infants die from choking because person panic. As an instructor, I've been across this island, and as a person says, sir, if my baby is choking, they do something like this.
Hold the child down, yeah.
Some person in their panic to the baby in the ear like this, or them blowing the baby face.
God.
That is wrong. But we do what we thought we knew or what we see our grandparents did in the past. These things can cause more harm than good to our infants.
Okay, so let's switch things up now. So the adult who is on the ground now, something is happening there. We just see them drop down and we want to resuscitate them.
So what do we call
do?
cardiac arrest.
Okay.
So, and then let's hope we never get to that point. But if it does get to that point, where the person is in a cardiac arrest, where the heart stops beating completely. So once the heart stops beating completely now, it's now.
Yeah, can you turn around for us? Yes, there you go.
Look nice. So once the heart stops beating completely, then you do not have to perform CPR. So let me give you a synopsis. Once the patient becomes unresponsive or collapse on the ground, the first step is to ensure the scene is safe.
Okay.
So you move the chair, you move the table, you move anything that will be of any harm or danger to you, the rescuer.
And in this case, in a storm now, ensure there's no falling power lines or falling trees nearby.
Right. So you don't want to be giving aid when you have so many things around them that could potentially harm them and you.
Or the banana tree fall down, or the mango tree, all these are in the way.
Come artists, we only have 30 seconds.
Right,
show us what to do.
So scene is safe. Next step, you check for responsiveness. Mama, or Papa, are you okay? Papa not responding, then you want to shout for help. Help! Help soon come in and reach you, as it. While they're on their way to you, you check for breathing. Check for rise and fall the chest, because you would have removed the clothing, and you check for breathing. At least 5 seconds, no more than 10 seconds. When help comes to you, call the response team, or call Master Joe, or call the taxi. and get an AED machine.
Yes.
All right, and then now you want to start compressions immediately.
And you'll be doing 30 compressions followed by 2 breaths.
Okay, where do I place my palm though?
All right, so it's center of the chest, lower half of the breastbone here. Like this, keep your elbows straight. And as Mr. Mother said, 30 compressions and 2 breaths. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And you do the song Staying Alive. You know that song by Beatles, Staying Alive?
12.
That song gives you the right rate and depth.
Oh, staying alive, staying alive.
That's the other singer, Debbie.
Right.
Staying alive,
Once
okay.
you reach 30 compressions, you seal the mask over the face of the mannequin. Let's say you have a mask.
Or you have a barrier device.
Or you have a barrier device, you go.
And if I don't have no barrier device, do I put my hands around?
Yeah, man, yes. And if it's
Okay.
a loved ones at home, he's going to show you how to pinch your nose. Because it's a family member, grandma and mama. So give mama 2 breaths.
Pinch
Like the
your
loved
nose
ones.
here.
Yeah. And blow into mama's chest.
Mama chest lies in there.
Okay.
And you go back to chest
And then
compression.
you repeat the process.
Until the person coughs or shows some kind of
Life.
Okay.
And you do this for 5 cycles in a reassess. So
All right.
in CPR, it is 30 compressions followed by 2 breaths for 5 cycles. Then you reassess.
And that is the correct way to do it?
Exactly.
Okay, all right. So you say you offer training, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay, give us the information. How can we get this?
So we offer training at our foundation. We offer training across the island. It's done once per week. And you don't have to be a medical person to be trained. So we train churches, companies, different groups. Anybody can be trained in CPR. Because don't wait until something happens and say, if I didn't know. So it's good to be trained. And you can go on our website, heartfoundationj.org. Our course dates are listed. But if you can't come to those days, I have a community group or organization, you can give us a call, 876-332-8500.
Yeah.
And we are able to come across the island to train you in basic CPR and also first aid.
Love this. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Quickly, as we wrap up, tell our people, give them a little cautionary note as we brace for the impact of Melissa.
Stay inside, be safe. Stay inside, avoid falling trees, down power lines, because we never mentioned this, but another thing, and I heard it happen in Gilbert, electrocution, that can happen as well. So it's good to stay inside, avoid any
Broken power lines, yeah.
Avoid any water roadways, because the person also drown as well. So all these things are precautions you have to take.
Yeah. Well, thank you both for being here. We've learned a lot. Thank you so much. All right. Alonzo Mothersill, Emergency Cardiac Care Manager, and RT's Aaron Sevia, CPR instructor from the Heart Health Foundation. Thank you so much again for being here and giving us some insightful demonstrations, gentlemen. Now, don't go anywhere, guys. We Can Smile. We'll be right back after this. Stay with us. Very good stuff.